What's good, fam, man? I think this is gonna be the first Empire official podcast, man. I'm your boy Ambrose Gabriel.
Jay Smith.
It's your boy Haki.
Queen Rising.
Teddy aka Trill Club.
Yes, sir, man. And this is gonna be our first podcast, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited about this, man. You know, it's beautiful to kind of like see us black people, man, just kind of like coming together and really masterminding, you know, for a bigger purpose. I'm not gonna lie. And I know my girl Queen, we actually call this Mom's House. And what Mom's House, what that mean again?
Moms means, it's an acronym, because I love acronyms, so it means meeting of the minds. And you know, when you go to Mom's House, Moms knows best. So when you go there, you sit down at the dinner table, y'all talk, chop it up. That's where you get your advice from, your guidance from, your knowledge, and your ambition to want to go out and do things. A lot of people want to do things for their mom and stuff like that. The acronym just fit, meeting of the minds, MOMS. But that's what it is, Mom's House, you know. Everything goes down at Mom's House.
Everything goes down, man. So like we kind of like link up and lock in and kind of like mastermind and work together. You know, I ain't gonna lie, like this a vibey spot. A cooler studio, man. And really, we're gonna kick off into everything. It's kind of like just talking about, you know, our personal journeys and who are we, and what's some of the things that we're doing. What's the meaning of Empire? So first things first, what Empire is a group of people, man. It's a group of people that's ambitious, that's winners, that's looking to positively influence themselves and also their community through different various things of entrepreneurship. So it could be, you know, podcasts, YouTube, content creation. It could be clothing brands. It could be music. It could be financial literacy. It can be, anything that you have as a passion. Just kind of like defining your purpose inside that passion. I know that we tend to kind of like do certain things alone and scatter out, but when we come together, man, we could really make something great. So that's really the vision of Empire, man. So first thing, man, we could kind of like just go down the line and just introduce ourselves and give us a little bit of background about what's your brand and where did you come up with the brand, or where you kind of like want to take it as well.
So again, my name is Tedra. Some people call me Quill. My brand is Ruthless Rebel Clothing. I started Ruthless Rebel, I want to say 2019, top of 2020, right whenever the coronavirus and all that was a thing. I got the stimulus package, and instead of spending my money on clothes, I decided to start a clothing brand. My friends had a lot to do with it too. It was the name of a group chat between me and my friends that I grew up with. I just decided to take it and put it on shirts and see how big I can make it. And now I'm gonna like go full-fledged and start a clothing brand with it. The meaning behind it is just having fun, doing what you want to, but in the process, understanding that, you know, like things might come up that you feel is hindering you, and that's whenever you choose to rebel against those things and find a way to make it happen, which is why the backset is. So yeah.
You gotta show the back real quick, man. Okay.
Come in the camera.
Okay.
Y'all see?
Yes, sir.
Y'all see? Catch the front. I like that. It's cool.
I love it. Resist against the struggle
And make a way.
And that's real big because, man, that's powerful because, you know, us, man, we the odds are against us.
Yeah.
You know, so just making the way, I love that, definitely.
Then we got a little detail on the head. So ruthless, like not having a top.
Ooh.
You don't got no top on the head.
That's hard. Okay, that's good, Queen.
Wait, bro.
We're going to go to the men and go back to the women.
All right, well, I'm Haki. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, making investments like stocks, cryptos, things like that. Backstory on me, I moved to California when I was like 16. Most of my life, or pretty much my whole childhood, I was a hooper. And I still play ball from time to time, but I focus on music. Yeah, when I was 16 and I got to move to Inglewood, California, you know, that was really cool, kind of opened the door for me. I started to make friends that was just really into creativity, like music, film, modeling, you name it, just that whole creative space. You know, it was in LA where I really found myself as an artist. And once I got to film school, I started off in film. I was more into that, like visuals, and I brought like a love for music in a way where it just sparked a talent that I didn't know I had. This journey for music it's been incredible so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I got new music coming in 2023, so y'all stay tuned. You know, y'all can follow me on IG at hikey.wave.
And like today was our first time actually hearing your song, bro. And
Yeah.
not gonna lie, it's tough, man.
I give you clarity like diamonds.
It's definitely tough, man.
Thank you.
It's definitely tough, bro.
Definitely means a lot.
For real. There's a lot of talent in this room, man.
My name is Kayla, but I go by Queen, Kween. That's simply because my last name is King, but I'm a queen. My Instagram is Queen Rising because to become a queen, you have to go through rite of passages, even in African proper. I'm not to get too deep, but you have to go through rite of passages, become a queen. So I'm a Queen Rising until I become to my full throne. My background is also in like the arts and writing, definitely creative. Started out in digital photography, was in art shows. I'm originally from DC, Maryland, was out there. Got into film, documentary filmmaking, so I did a lot of interviews. My wheelhouse is a lot of networking. Strangers is what I've always found my purpose in. I love helping people. So one of my goals is, I'm an investor, but not like an investor in like what normal people would think, like real estate or things like that. I'm an investor in people. I consider myself like an observer here, so I can kind of scout out talent. And most people who don't seem like they, from the outside, seem like they're not doing it, but I can see the seed in the person. So that's how I came across it. But I can just see talent in people. So that's what my main goal is to do, is help people align themselves with their dreams. And if they don't have it or have the resources, I want to be in a position to help them get there. So that all comes back to personal development and making sure that self is right. My passion is definitely through film and creating stories of hope. Because the main mission is I want to give knowledge to people. I want to liberate the mind, because everything starts in your mind. So if you can't get it here, you're never going to get it out into reality. So I think that's why I'm here. That's one of my purposes, is just connect people, let everyone understand that we're all about unity, connecting positivity, not to be like a hippie, but that's really all it's about. And yeah, I'm a caretaker. I love taking care of people. That's one of my passions. I'm just here for the people. And by me helping people, I help myself. I'm just a vessel doing God's work here.
Yeah.
And just connecting with people as I meet, and they all doing the same way. So as they say, your vibe will attract your tribe, and that's what I'm going through. So that's why I'm here.
That's deep. That's deep. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I love that. For sure.
It's me, Jade. I go by Jade So Perfect. That name originates from one of my passions, which was YouTube. That's where I started. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my YouTube was poop. Like growing up, watching like Queen Naja, Trey, all them, like they kind of inspired me to start YouTube, and I just took it and ran with it. I just took my phone when I went to LA for the first time. I took my phone and I was just vlogging, like just for myself. And I realized I like being in front of a camera. Even though I'm shy, like right now, I'm hella nervous. But like, I realized I love being in front of a camera, even if it's just me holding it. I was in talented theater in like elementary school, middle school, beginning of high school, and I really enjoyed it. So I found that to be a passion, but I never like actually just went through with it. I just like kind of let it die down. So being here now is just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. Like I'm just gonna go do it. And like I have like-minded people around me that just wanna go for it. Like But right now, what I currently do, school. I do school, so this here is actually gonna help me build my brand, build myself, as well as have others around me to motivate me, and I'm able to motivate others as well. So I feel like that's my purpose.
Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like definitely, like the stories behind that is y'all doing something bigger than yourself. That's natural motivation in itself, you know. And I know you had said you always wanted to do it, but never really went out your way to actually implement certain things. So what's the importance of really just starting? Because like some things we have in our mind, and sometimes we could get overwhelmed by fear or overthinking or something like that. But what's the importance of us taking that energy from having fear but actually starting it?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a real good question.
So I can say with me and the clothing brand thing, I wanted one when I was younger too. Like when I was like 8 or 9, I wanted the clothing brand. So it's kind of funny how it's like, But as far as like just starting, I would say have the funds first. You can try to do it without funds. I wouldn't recommend it, just because it's a lot. I mean, people are like say like you don't need funds, yada yada yada, but rarely do they ever talk about the other side of it. So that might come with a lot of stress. And in order to do it without funds, you might have to do certain things that you don't want to do. I would recommend get you like a couple $100 to the side. I started with 50 shirts, and then I sold them by hand at a local mall in Wazelle. It's called Tango Outlet Mall. And I just stood outside the stores, walked inside the store, like, hey bro, my name's such and such. I got a clothing brand called Ruthless Rebel. This is what it stands for. Would you be interested in buying a shirt $15? Some people would buy one. Some people would just donate to me having a brand and be like, good luck. Some people tell you no. Some people tell you this shit is ugly. Go out there, I'm passing the shirts out. And they had this girl, I was like, hey. I was like, you trying to fuck with the brand, yada, yada, yada. And she looked me dead in my face. She was like, I don't want that ugly ass shirt. I was like, no. I was like, okay, cool, bye. That shit, like, it ain't hurt, but it hurt. So you just have to be prepared for stuff like that. And go into it with as much confidence, like hella confidence, and then let anything that happens teach you the lessons that you need to learn from getting like started, and use that as like a stepping to keep going.
Definitely a good answer, bro. So what's the importance of just doing it, like just starting it, like not really prolonging and not procrastinating, but just doing it?
Okay. The importance of it is everything. Like if you never start, starting is literally it. Like one of the artists I used to listen to, my little cousin friend, and one of his songs he says, procrastination is my personal poison. And like that's really all it is. Procrastination, you never get anywhere, you never act on anything, even if you don't think it's going to work out. Like even when we just rearranging this whole situation, and we all had a vision, but we never tried each one of our visions. We would have never got the right setup. So we never started. We've just been still sitting here because people be so scared of the first no. I was just talking to somebody this recently, like people always prepare for the no's and the rebuttals, because I do cold calling too for my friend business and get him business. So they always tell us how to prepare for the no's, how to prepare for the no's. But when they get that one yes, they be so stuck. They be like, well, dang, I never prepared for the yes. I only prepared for when they tell me no. I don't know what to do when they say yes.
Network marketing I did one time, and I was calling like my friends, family, and like people just I knew. And I was like, yeah, man, like I got this thing, hop on this information or whatever. And they'll put like, no, like I'm straight, bro. Like I'm good. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know what it is. Like, can I just actually just show you what it is? Like, nah, bro, I'm straight. Kind of like going back to what we said, like with starting, I believe that the only thing that's limiting us from reaching or just starting in general is fear. It's fear, man. And fear simply means, I know you love acronyms, it's false evidence appearing real. That's false evidence, but it appears real in your mind. It never happened yet. It probably would never even happen, but you're so caught up in your mind that's overthinking, oh shoot, like this may fail. It may very well fail. It may be, but like at the same time, you don't know if it would. But at the same time, if it's something that you really love doing, what if it does not fail? And then that split little decision that you could have made, that could have altered your whole reality, like for not only you, but for generations type stuff. And that's why I'm so big on like action, especially like this year. It's like, okay, I had it all up here, and I'm a good planner. Like I had it written down, I had it on phone, computer, plan it out, but once you actually gain that courage and gain that energy to just start, then that's when stuff is going to really start to transpire. So like I like to use this also as an example, like a rocket ship. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All that fire, all that energy that rocket used, that's all the energy it needs in order to even get in the atmosphere. So like all of the energy, that it's probably like 90% of its energy that's spent on just starting. But once it's in the air, it's gone. Ain't no coming back down.
Right.
Ain't no coming back down.
Facts.
Ain't no more coming back down. And so I know you said also like, you love having other influential minds and other people you know, coming together and making something happen and just having people to feel you. And you say, okay, fan your fire. Like, you know, we're all fans, but we need each other to kind of like fan and stay close to the fire like that. What's the importance of having people around you and just a team of individuals that's going to contribute to your win and kind of like help each other win at this thing called life? Like, what's the importance of having people around you?
Your circle is extremely important. You can have somebody in your circle that's nowhere near as motivated as you, and that can pull you down. You know, so just know your boundaries, know like who you want to work with, who not to work with. That one person can shift the whole energy of the room, and then that's it. And, you know, and then nobody speaks up on it, and it's like, you know, it's just everybody take their own little accountability. You know, we just communicate as one. You know, like that's the foundation. Like everybody just on the same page, like, you know, and know each other, you know.
And like you said in the first meeting, like, no negativity. Like, we all got problems, everybody got situations going on, but you want to come here as like a positive hub to like shake loose, because people in the real world or outside of your motivated mindsets, they're not going to understand your undeniable drive of like keep going. They're like, why is this person so hyped? What's wrong with them? They're going to try to tear you down, like, because they don't understand the mindset. But when you get around other people who got that same, you're like, oh, I'm running with wolves now. Like, like, oh, it's lit. You running around a bunch of dogs, you see them like all tight. You like, what are you guys tired for? I'm still ready to go. So like, not only on top of that, like, I'm a big person about like your name matters. Like, I don't like bad association can mess with your name. My friend always said, like, you got to know your personnel. The closer people, let's say the closer people are to a light or to the sun, it blinds them. They can't see it. But the further you step back away from it, you're able to see the sun. Like, when you close up on the light, it's blinding. You can't see that shit. But when you step back, you're able to really see it for what it is. And that's what strangers are. Strangers see you from the outside, and from what you are looking away, they seeing like, oh, that person, like, you know, they fly, they shine, and they see potential. But your family closest to you won't be able to see it. They know you, but that's even worse sometimes. I'm like, you know me, you still acting weird, it's crazy. But they just get blinded because they've been so used to your greatness. And you, when you be around them so much and they're so used to it, they're not able to pump you up, because when I was in DC, we did grassroots canvassing. So we had to go door to door and knock on people's doors and ask them, you know, you want information on this? Like, at their door. Then we did another one. We had to stand on the corner, like, in DC, and, like, stop people and talk to them. That was the most gruesome level of, like, face-to-face combat of, like, no, move around. Like, it was real crazy. But the more you do something, also consistency, but also repetition. Like, the more you did it, and we practice a spiel. So every morning before we go, we had to practice what we say, and then we would go onto the field. But once I got that initial no, I didn't care anymore, because my feelings was already hurt. I already internalized the and now I just take it like, all right, thank you so much, you guys have a great day, and I just keep on moving and just be like, it really do. I just like, well, I got that out the way.
I'm really big on that stuff too. I believe like stuff just don't be happening.
Bro, there's no coincidence.
I be too paranoid. I'm like, how she hacked my phone or something? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I be thinking like,
oh nah, like, man.
Like, you was
I'm like, how you know what I'm doing?
that was crazy, because like at first it was like a cancel, and then she said what she said. I was like, as soon as I heard what she said,
God said,
something was already telling me that
this is
still gonna happen in a way, because I was like, nah, you about to spark some force that's just about to.
Yeah, I feel it. Nah, and that's
telling you, procrastination is a personal poison, and like people like with energy and fire, like y'all, like, you gotta have somebody to keep pushing y'all to do it, because everything's gonna come up with an excuse. Oh, it's the rain, or so and so. Like, no, I'm not gonna say. I'm just saying it just because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I just see how like dreams and stuff, because shit just happens. Life is always gonna happen, and people, you gonna keep getting beat down. You keep letting life happen to you. And say, man, I didn't do this today because, you know, da. Then I hear people. Like, even with me sometimes, when I'm like, oh, my car broke down or something, or my car got in an accident, so I couldn't go to class or something, and somebody be like, man, my car broke down, but man, I still, caught a bus right quick, got rode a bike. I'm like, damn, you doing extraterrestrial type shit. It make me feel bad for not doing so. It make you want to step your ish up. So that's how I be.
That's how I feel so bad in school my sophomore year. I was really depressed, and I let it tear me down. My grades was ass, and I realized like you can't let life pull you down. You gotta like
Pull
swim
up with
Yeah,
your
pull yourself up.
Really
And
like
then
that.
And then that goes full circle this brand.